You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and something to me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Roads Yet Traveled. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. So wait, is that how they say oh my god or the likes? It must be. But I swear they have said it in different ways. Can you explain it? Oh, sure. I don't practice. Well, not much, but it's fairly simple. It all started when early Karain looked up to the sky, and the sky stared back. They saw an eye. Well, some saw an eye. Some saw a heart. Some saw nothing. So they saw it as a divine being of some sorts and began to worship it. Anyways, the main tenet is the belief that all Karain are good. Simple enough. It gets complicated when you consider the many different ways it can be interpreted. And by definition, what is good? In truth, though, as the cycles have passed, it has not been as popular in practice. Because when we look up at the heart nowadays, we know that it is no god, but a star. Yes, thank you, Rune. In truth, we have found that the eye is a star, or rather a system, and a void. A void is an area where there are very few stars or systems, so it appears as one great eye in the sky. It goes by many names: the eye, the heart, even the void. It's not even the only religion on our planet, if you can believe that. It just so happens to be a long-lasting and popular one. I wonder if we can see this eye from where we are. It sounds kind of amazing. No wonder they worshipped it. Thank you. Oh, of course. Any questions you have, I'd be more than happy to answer. I can hear the door open. Oh, it seems food has arrived. Doc moves over to the door, which opens on demand somehow, and waits for Marruk. Took you long enough, Marruk. I thought we'd all starve before you got back. You? Starve? I'd like to see you try. Ha! The relationship between these two continues to confound me. It seems like they are old friends, but I can't tell at times. After handing off the tray to Doc, Marruk sits back down next to Rune, half-heartedly handing him another wrapped burger. Thank you for the food. Uh-huh. I guess he's not yelling at him. Still, when they can understand me better, I'll be sure to at least ask what's up with them. An array of food is the same as always. I shouldn't complain because at least it's not just porridge, but I can't wait for that dinner Doc promised. Actually, wait, speaking of Doc, where's his food? Have I seen him eating anything lately? I feel like Marruk always brings food for him and myself, but never for Doc. I suppose since he's outside the cell I suppose since he's outside the cell a lot, he has time to eat then. But Rune is always fed when he comes here. I'll try to ask. Marrow? Are you hungry? I pat my stomach to try to get the meaning across. No. Oh, thank you, Rias, but I try not to eat at work. A bad habit and all. That's not really the answer I was expecting, but I'll take his word for it. I don't think eating in my cell is as bad as eating in the labs, but maybe he had a bad experience once. Either way, I'd be happier if he ate something. Dinner is pretty quiet. Either no one has anything to say or we're all just lost in our own thoughts. Doc seems occupied taking notes, while Marruk and Rune seem occupied trying to pretend the other doesn't exist. It doesn't take long, though, for the plates to be emptied. I should really go now, though. I have to prepare schedules for the upcoming week soon. And maybe some other things. Well, it's been a pleasure having you, Rune. See you tomorrow, yes? Oh, yeah, right. I'll be in sometime tomorrow. I have to check some things. Myself. Then I can come in. No worries. No worries, of course. Have a good night, Director. He stands up to leave, but I can't have him leave without offering a good night rune of my own. He turns to face me and offers a small smile on the edge of his persistent frown. See you tomorrow, Rias. And with that, he's gone. I wait by the wall to hear the door open for him. Doc yawns. Must be getting late, or they're all just tired. It's been a long few days for them, and for me, I suppose. I could really use a break, or of some kind. Although not really sure what that would entail. Maybe I shouldn't keep my hopes up. Hey, Doc, how do you figure this is going? Huh? Like, is this what the Chief expected us to do, or to do, or like, do we have a deadline or something? Second, y'all. Water time. Oh, well, to be honest, I'm not sure how much he's worried about all this. No matter how important this is, he's preoccupied. If you want a specific deadline, I don't want us to learn everything Rias can say for at least a week or so. If that's soon at all. And the captain is still working out a release schedule with my input. And at your recommendation, of course. Uh-huh. You don't have to lie to me, Doc. I know what power I hold here. She does value your input, Marruk. She just has differing opinions. Sure. Whatever. So, a week? You letting him out before then, or...? It's rude to talk about me where I can hear you, you know? I got like half of that. Look, I'm trying to take care of the crew first and you second, alright? You're getting out of here as far as I know. I'm just trying to make sure it's safe for everyone. It should be. Their blood work has come back better than expected, and I think I can discharge them with a clean medical record soon enough. If you say so, Doc. That's good news. It would take no joy in accidentally spreading disease amongst the crew. Still, it seems like there is more behind the scenes than just the possibility of me carrying some virus. I don't know a lot about medicine or virology, but it'd be cool to ask Doc about it sometime. See how I differ from them as a species. Oh, Marruk, I was meaning to ask. Oh, do you have everything scheduled out for the next month at least? I know you had your meeting, but I forgot to ask. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Doc. Gonna be a lot of overtime for the crew, but I think they'll pull through. Good. I'll be sure to make sure you get some time off as well. I know being in here can't be that entertaining. Doc realizes his faux pas with a jolt and quickly turns to me. For either of you. You'll both have some time to relax in the future. I'll make sure of it. Although when, I cannot say. We still have some work that needs to be done. You won't hear me complaining, Doc. You might hear me complaining, though. Doc looks shocked. Do you understand me? Maybe he just didn't expect me to make a joke. Certainly not one about something that he knows I've been struggling with. Eventually, though, his shock curls into a smile, which breaks into a hearty laugh. Ha! Well, feel free to complain to any of us if you need anything. Doc gives me a mopey smile before yawning again with a big stretch this time. That was a real yawn. I might have to call it here for tonight, Rias. I'll be back in the morning. I'll prepare some sentences for us, perhaps. Some things to help us learn a bit faster, maybe. Sorry I have to head out, but if I stay here any longer, I might pass out. Oh, I guess I was right. It is getting late. I'm sad to see Doc go, which I think he picks up on, but I don't press the issue. I simply wave him goodbye and offer a, "Good night, Merowyn. See you in the morning." He simply smiles and waves before heading out, giving a small farewell to Marruk before leaving. Oh, I can tell he's gone. I flop on the floor. Once I can tell he's gone, I flop on the floor. Must be more tired than I had thought. That's more like it. Staring at the ceiling has become routine for me, but now I wonder if I'll miss it. Probably not. But I've been thinking about things of that ilk recently. The small things that you don't even know you miss. I'm sure all the ceilings look like this. I really am tired from getting worried over a ceiling. A small knock on the glass draws my attention. You dead in there? I reply with a single finger. I don't think it translates. Shame. Sighing, I sit up and face Marruk. I'm fine. Thank you. He gives me a quick once-over, before simply shrugging and going back to his bench. An earlier idea comes back to my mind to try and see if, and I try to see if he's been hiding a tail from me this whole time. Staring at his butt with curious intent proves fruitless as his jacket is too long. If he does have a tail, it is indeed very short. Maybe another time. Second, y'all. Water time. Moseying over to the desk, I take a seat. It's far too late to write anything comprehensive. Not to mention it's too dark, but I still feel it's too early to go to sleep. I'd be worried I'd wake up super early again. I get all my belongings organized, making sure I didn't somehow lose something, and just end up fiddling with a pen. Now that I think about it, it feels weird to see Doc using a pen to take notes when Marruk has a damn hologram projector thing that he can summon from his bracelet at any given time. It seems kinda outdated. Maybe it's just a habit? I wonder what he's been writing, too. I'm sure studying me has been fascinating for him. At least some of the Karanes seem to tolerate or even appreciate my... Knock knock. What? I turned to face Marruk, who was staring down at me. I feel like we've been here before. I put on my best unimpressed face and stare back, trying to meet his scowl with the closest human equivalent. When neither of us moves for a while, I shake my head as if to say, well? Wait. I can just ask that now. Well? He flinches and blinks a few times, as if coming out of a trance. Wait. Was he zoning out too? He almost looks nervous? No. I can't imagine how he'd look if he were nervous. He composes himself and clears his throat. I just wanted to give you a few, warnings about when you get out of here. This can't possibly be a threat, right? No. Even if he doesn't like me, we're past that. Okay. I think you're smart enough to figure out that getting out of this cell isn't going to be the end of your problems. And things will be more hectic on the outside. You'll have myself, Doc, and Rune, he says through bared teeth, to look after you. And while that will mean a lot to some people, it won't make you untouchable. I mean that literally and figuratively. Most Karain here wouldn't be dumb enough to try anything when I'm around, but I won't always be around. So just keep an eye out, I guess, okay? You understand me, right? Oh, I mean, kind of? He just squints at me. I understand what he's saying, but I have very little concept of what goes on outside these walls, so I can't really say I understand all of it. Just don't get into trouble, okay? He tries to turn around and leave, but I won't have that cryptic message be the last thing he says to me. Hey, wait, what do you mean? And like, why do you care? I can see the cogs working in his head to figure out what I said. His response elucidates me. I mean that you've been told our captain is already putting her faith into you, and she is not someone you want to disappoint. Believe you me, I'd know. Huh. And it's my job, that's why. Just as it's Doc's job, and just as it's his. We don't need you to end up in a worse way than you already are. Now, go to sleep. There's a lot to be done tomorrow. I can't help but just stare at him a bit slack-jawed as he goes. I know nothing about anyone or anything beyond my cell wall. Not even the Karain who's been trapped with me this whole time. I want to keep talking, just see what else there is to be said. But he's right. I can feel the lethargy creeping in and my bed calling. Tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow is a new day. Changes in the air. Second, y'all. Water time. Well, we're back to the menu music, it seems. Damn it. I couldn't quite make it through the whole night. Happens, I guess. Sitting up in my bed, a small shiver claws down my skin. It's still just ever so slightly too cold in here. Maybe I just never used the AC that much when I was home, or I never turned it high enough. But it feels like someone just has it turned up a bit too much. It's uncomfortable, but I can forget about it. Sometimes. Looking around, it is still clearly night as the lights are off. I can also tell it's already too late to simply roll over and go back to bed. Getting up, I get a glass of water and head over to the wall. Marruk is still asleep. I know he doesn't appreciate me watching him sleep, but he'll have to excuse me this once. Heh. He almost looks cute sleeping. Mouth open, tongue sticking out a bit, laying at just an off angle. I can't imagine that's comfortable, but he seems to be able to sleep through the night. Huh. I know I should divorce my concept of what dogs are like back home from what a Karain are like, but it's almost impossible. They're just too similar. Even looking at Marruk now, it's hard not to make comparisons. Maybe some comparisons are okay. They keep me grounded, in a sense. I wonder if that will be horrifying for them, though. The concept of a dog. They don't seem like they have primates here, or nothing that looks like me, at least. So to tell them that they're almost analogous to the species back home would probably freak them out. Might make for a fun story. Another time, though. I take a seat at the desk and take another sip. I wonder if they really care about me. Well, I mean... this is complicated. They obviously care enough to not dispose of me, but am I just an oddity to them? I must be. Although, Bruin and Doc seem to at least put up the front of caring about me. I guess it could just be a front. I hope not. Maybe I shouldn't be worrying about this at God knows when in the morning. Void knows when? I don't know if I can make that work. I can feel my consciousness slowly being excised and replaced with torpor. My eyes slowly flit open and close in a losing battle to stay awake. A battle I am quick to concede. Alright. Day 5. Alright, I'm gonna go pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!